Guys, we are back, starting off straight away with the draft. We didn't really have many time for introductions, but it's already 3 minutes past, so fair to say it's time to draft. We can see here the first bands from Ministri. They're not having the best time in the event at the moment. Yeah, so let's see how it goes, and Scuffed Ratones are no joke to come up against. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is. Hello? Still me. I'm dressed the same clothes like the last stream, oh my gosh. Okay. Let's talk a bit about it here. One moment. So, Ministry banning out, of course, Kindred is for Jar, Aatrox for Danico. I'm not sure the Swain ban. No one comes to mind that plays Swain. Maybe someone's been spamming it. Maybe Aspect in the mid lane. It's usually the brand that gets sometimes picked out for Sinister. Let's see here. We have Kiana first pick here from Ministry. A very strong first pick. Jar also likes to play it, so I imagine he's gonna go for the Wukong. Scuffed Ratones jungle here. We didn't talk a lot about Scuffed Ratones bans here. We see Volibear for the jungle and Ambessa, two very strong jungle champions at the moment. And Lissandra's just kind of a denial champ. Nobody likes to play against it, right? Similar to Malzahar. So there's the Wukong as predicted here. So Jar will be playing the Wukong. Jar's been doing an excellent job on the Scuffed Ratones, replacing their lost jungler Locke. I'm not sure what happens to him. We were promised great things out of Locke, but Jar took over and he's doing really well for himself. Bard as well for Synth. It's a classic pick. He's really good on the Bard, on the Thresh. This is looking like a good Scuffed Ratones angle here. The Rakan from Ministry, secondary engaged champion, will help follow up on the Kiana. Let's see what next picks will be here. We could go for the Zaya perhaps here, or the Mel. I like Mel a bit better. I think Mel does really well here. Ministry have the AD damage from the Kiana. Good evening, Giorno Giovanna. Nice to see you. Let's see what the next picks will be. I really like Mel into the Wukong as well, and does so much damage. Drago Jinshi supporting his friends. Why are you never in the chat when my games are on, eh? Why you don't support me, Drakur? Oi. So yeah, let's see. Next bans, what would they be? The Jin pick here for the bot lane, assisting the Wukong. A lot of zone control, and that damage to Kiana before the fight starts is critical here. Alright, let's see the next bans. Zaya ban here for Scuffed Ratones. They don't think that Mel is going in the bot lane. I mean, fair enough, we know that Lil King likes to play the Mel, so this could be a Mel in the mid lane. Malphite here, last ban for Scuffed Ratones. An annoying pick for Wukong to deal with. I feel like Scuffed Ratones really need a high damaging pick here. Something like the Brand, something like the Hui. Could go a long way to complement with this Wukong. I'm not too sure if Danico plays the Rumble in the top lane. That could also be a decent pick here. Sion band, Mundo band, Aatrox band. Danico really getting targeted here by Ministry. Alright, we go for the Syndra. Not the first pick that comes to mind, in my opinion, against Amel Kiana, but especially with the Rakan being there as well, Syndra are going to have to play a bit of a dangerous laning phase before they can get to a strong point. Let's see, our next pick is the Misfortune. on the side of Ministry. I have to say Ministry's comp right now looks really strong. You have either Kiana or Rakan starting the fight with Mel, Misfortune just chucking stuff. And I mean, that alone is really dangerous, right? Pretty sure guaranteed anything Mel and Misfortune combo attack, they can take down together. Or at least on the side of Scuffed Ratones so far. An Ornn pick here could be really good. Of course, the Mel W does kind of do a bit of damage on that. And I'm not too sure about Ornn into Gnar, but I think Ornn can kind of play it. So let's see, Scuffed Ratones would do them well to get something that helps them with the engage, or helps them with the overall AoE damage once the Wukong or Bard start the fight. It's gonna be a bit tricky here. Misfortune and Mel high priority targets, but you also have Kiana and Gnar that are showing you a threat. So it's no laughing matter. You really need that high DPS, high damage sort of AoE. And Scuffed Ratones go with the Jax. It's the second time we're seeing Daniko pull it out. So Jax into the Gnar. Let's see how it goes. Alright, nice. Both sides agree to start, so it won't take too long before we get on with it. Let's see here. A lot of Scuffed Ratone support in the chat. Thank you. Let's go here. Eparanu. I hope I said that right. What do you guys think won the draft? And I will quickly commentate on it. So in terms of jungle matchups, of course, Wukong does pretty well into the Kiana, having innate armor, innate damage even from the items. So Kiana into the Wukong, definitely Wukong favored. The clear speed could be in Kiana's favor here for sure, especially towards the mid to late game. So we should see an accelerated Kiana in the isolated space. In the bot lane, however, Jhin Bard against Misfortune and Rakan should be very Jhin Bard favored, especially earlier on. Misfortune dealing mostly poke damage, while Bard can heal a part of that. Jhin Bard offer a lot of early game CC and innate damage, so Scuffed Ratones so far winning on bot side. They should be able to take all dragons and even potentially invade bot side camps as well. That could be a play they go for. Now in the mid lane though, I think it is definitely Ministry favored as Mel over Syndra. Mel kind of the flavor of the year champion, let's say, as she's doing really well into most matchups. Of course Syndra can play effectively, but Mel completely deciding anytime that Syndra wants to hit a stun or not. And lastly there in the top lane, Gnar against Jax. I'm uncertain as to this matchup. I think it's quite skill based, so I don't think anything particularly strong. So let's see if Scuffed Ratones can win it through the bot lane and keep snowballing forward, or else Ministry will have a big Kiana and a big problem. Oops, my bad. Okay. Here we go, guys. Dun dun dun. Oh my gosh. Alright, so there you have it. So, any early game predictions, guys? Let's see how it goes. So early game here, As I was trying to predict, I would assume Mel has the advantage over Aspect in the mid lane. Bot lane though, we should see Synth and Sinister get ahead, so let's see. Let's see how it goes. Early game clear here, junglers will be relatively on the same clear speed, both clearing towards the bot side. Seems like Danico getting the earlier push here in the top side. And Aspect doing a pretty good job against Lil King, although the CS is already a bit dispersed there. Now a word on the Raptor spots Kiana, as Dio is seen here clearing his Raptor camp. We might have some initial action here in the bot side as both junglers are here. Aspect in the meanwhile taking a lot of significant trades here in the mid lane. It's always surprising to see Aspect face off against high reload opponents and do relatively well both in CS and in his trading. Let's see now, Dio on the map already with a pickaxe. It would be a bit unwise here for Jar to try and find a fight. Oh, and there's the play. Dio finds the route onto Aspect, and Aspect expertly pushes Dio away, but the red buff gets him. Despite Lee King's flash there, it would have secured the deal for sure. Dio finishing the first play here with the first blood. This is the strength of Bard and Jhin, of course. If one CC lands, the other follows. But realistically here, the Rakan just wasted 300 RP. Doing really a good job at keeping his AD carry at a relatively high health despite the trades. We have some critical CS differences here. In the top lane we got 20 CS up for Danico. Mid lane though a bit of a problem here, 10 CS lead for Lil King. While in the bot lane, relatively equal, both AD carries around that 40 CS mark. We should see Sinister starting to creep ahead. He got his first back off already, and now his team is starting Dragon. We see Jar and Synth on the side. Dio though, looking for a potential play onto Danico, main vein, starting the play off, but a bit of a failure in communication between the jungle and top laner here. Danico just ward hops away, and main vein used his flash. Oh no, Aspect getting pelted at the moment as Lee King doing his absolute best to keep dominance over this lane. Meanwhile though, Sinister, Scuffed Ratones take the dragon. So far, just a simple 100 gold lead on the side of Ministry. Mostly due to the first blood, of course. Here comes Synth. Forces the flash from the MF. There's the ignite. The W lands from Sinister, and there's the fourth shot. A nice little 1-2 there from the Scuffed Ratones bot lane. And now we see Just Wasted 300 RP and Dio kind of roaming, trying to figure out a play of their own. Why did they leave their ADC all alone? Is it worth it? We see Danico rotating here and Jar gets the ult. Dio forced to ult himself. And Danico once more, he flashes forward. There's the flash from Jar. He gets the second part of the ult. Lil King drops. And Just Wasted 300 RP flashes away. So despite the earlier aggression in the bot lane, Synth still manages to rotate here and help his team secure another easy 2 kills. Sorry, another easy pick. So far so good. Scuffed Ratones in the driver's seat. Ministry really need to figure out their way around this team. A relatively new team. They're not really used to each other yet, perhaps. I hope this event helps them find their footing, especially for following events coming soon. Let's see here. So far, this Jax into Nar is looking really strong here in the top lane for Danico. Domination over his lane. We're now in the 600 gold lead in favor of Scuffed Ratones. Ooh, Synth's ult barely misses as Aspect throws Dio backside. And there's the third kill. As Scuffed Ratones are all collected here, actually picking up 2 picks here quickly on Dio and Lil King. Little to what Misfortune can do here. It always seems like they're getting outnumbered around this bot side. And now you have to know that Scuffed Ratones are relaxing at this point in the game. You can imagine Ministry are trying to turn on the gas and find more picks before they arrive too late. Lil King actually teleports down to the bot side. I'm not too sure as to the idea behind it, but they're trying to find a quick pick here, perhaps onto Synth. And they do manage to find it. Lil King gets the kill onto Synth. But in the meanwhile here, Aspect getting that free farm in the mid lane. A nice little bit of pressure here from Lil King. Yeah, there's a limit to what Dio can do here in the mid lane. We see also Jarvo's taking that grubs, but this does leave space for Ministry to get a quick shutdown onto Sinister for Lil King, so a quick grubs for shutdown traded. We see Synth here going on the aggressive though, the ignite dropped, almost gets the kill. Aspect flashes forward, but does not land. Synth on the side gets 300 wasted RP, and meanwhile Aspect still trying to find the play here. Thinking about the earlier flash there, a bit of a extra step. Aspect almost going down to Lil King there. And now Dio's on the offensive. Finds Aspect in the first play. Main Vein is here, but so is Jar. And there's the Bard ult. But not before Qiyana drops his own ult. Jar gets the kill on Main Vein, and down goes Dio. A bit of a messy one here, but Danico getting free farm in the top lane. Aspect falling, of course, and Sinister too, but it's a 3-4-2 play in favor of Scuffed Ratones. And 2 teleports used in that play overall, while grubs going to Scuffed Ratones in the earlier parts of the play. We can see the gold has shifted in a dramatic effect. We said the last time they were 600 gold up, but we can see overall Scuffed Ratones 2k gold lead after this play on the bot side. An Aspect just looking menacingly here at the smell. And that's the second Drake of the game going for Scuffed Ratones. Dio has this nasty habit of still trying to find plays in his opponent's jungle, but he just cannot do it. The Wukong bonking Dio on the head. Qiyana not really favoring too well against assassins, of course. Oh no, Aspect forcing himself a bit too quick there. Throws down the ult, but it gets entirely reflected back. Sin gets the ult, Sinister throws the trap. Oh, it's the W that misses though, and there's the Jhin ult. Oh, Sin completely denies the MF ult thanks to his Q. Nice little Bard stun there. Daniko leaps forward, gets the stun off. But it's not amounting to much here. Top lane has been relatively quiet, but in general one-sided towards Daniko. 20 CS lead currently. Oh, Daniko almost finds the solo play, forcing main Vayne to flash. Oh, Aspect here gets himself into a bit of trouble as Dio Lil King just wasted 300 RP, wombo combo him in the mid lane. Lil King starting to get a bit ahead here in this matchup. He has 4 kills to his name. Despite earlier teleporting to the bot side to get a play, Aspect has not been able to find a solid footing at the moment. Another teleport to the bot lane here. Lil King adamant about keeping his bot lane alive. Lil King meets Sinister's big gun. That's a big kill to get for Scuffed Ratones there. Lil King was the only thing holding Ministri together. And now it falls back onto Dio's hands. Can him and just wasted 300 RP find a way in? Let's see, Dio goes for a more direct approach. Oh, and Rakan goes in, he pops the trigger, but there's no follow-up. Once again, a bit of miscommunication here from Ministri. They seem a bit scattered in their decision making. Jar now here engages the fight. Getting a lot of damage onto the Rakan. And just wasted our 300 RP goes down to Synth, and that's a double kill for Scuffed Ratones. While Aspect is taking the mid lane tier 2. This is looking like an absolute doomed game. I don't know how Ministri do it. It just seems like they cannot find a good tempo line to fight together. Scuffed Ratones, of course, being a bit more experienced in playing together. It's nice to see that they are getting along. There's the third and soul point for, well, not, is it? Yeah, soul point exactly for Scuffed Ratones. One more dragon does it. We do have a 5k gold lead currently for Scuffed Ratones. It's been a bit one-sided, just a mild early game inconvenience, just 100 gold for Ministry is what separated them initially. Synth and Sinister tread lightly here, walking in dangerous lines. Oh, speaking of dangerous lines, Dio finds a Mad Monkey. Ults used by the junglers. Dio on the defensive. 2 flashes used there for Synth's ult. And it's looking a very one-sided affair here. Scuffed Ratones get the kill onto Dio. Main bait now gets ulted by Sinister. On the flip side though, Daniko runs away from just wasted 300 RP and Misfortune. But it seems like a failed attempt on the bot side here for Ministry. Scuffed Ratones getting a quick 3 kills in the top side, a tower, and potentially a tier 3 tower as well. Oh, big fight here. Aspect falling down first. And now it seems like Scuffed Ratones are on the defensive. They engage this fight outnumbered here without their AD carry, who's a big source of damage for them. They really need to be careful. Come on, Ministry. You need a good fight. A clean Kiana ult onto Sinister and Aspect, followed by the Rakan and Misfortune and Mel chucking everything on it. Now the Satakan will be a big contest here for both sides. As we've learned in this LCM, it's unwise to just start it in the face of the enemy, despite how ahead you might be. And there's the trigger being pulled by Sin, gets the big ult off, but he gets caught in the meanwhile, shut down onto Lil King. Dio flashes forward a bit too aggressively and down he goes as Aspect gets the kill. On the backline there, Jar taking out 2 people alone. And it just seems like a very one-sided affair. A 1 for an ace in favor of Scuffed Ratones. A bit too quick for my eyes there, but blink and you miss it and Scuffed Ratones get an ace. Atakan is a consolation on top, of course. mean, at this point, what's really there to call? They can't really enter their jungle at this point. Ministri are really having a hard time. We've seen Vex pull out 2 really good fights today in a similar position against Raving Raptors. Let's see if Ministri at least can find some picks. So if things keep on going the way they're going, we're a minute away from Baron, which I assume Scuffed Ratones want to play for and kind of look to end with. Aspect a bit far forward here. Despite having TP, he could get collapsed on. In the meanwhile though, on the side there, Scuffed Ratones seem to find Ministry's support. Synth on the hunt. Jar pulls the trigger here, gets 2. But there goes the Misfortune, now dealing a ton of damage. Jar needs to be careful here. As Aspect though in the mid lane, we didn't get to see that one. Drops Lil King. Misfortune steps a bit too far forward there, and Danikov finishes that off. Sinister in the backline there, a lot of damage coming out of him. It's a bit of a messy fight. 2 for 4 overall in favor of the Scuffed Ratones. Key target still alive here. It is Jar, it is Sinister and Synth. They have the damage to take down the turrets. So let's see how far they take it. Dio just doesn't learn, does he? I think this is the 3rd time we've seen him go down in the enemy jungle. Really trying to get an advantage for his team, trying to find those counter jungle opportunities, but it just results in more pain. That's a quick Baron take. And Misfortune didn't stand a chance, sadly. This might just be the last push we get. Scuffed Ratones pushing in. Yeah, this looks like it's it, guys. Well played to the Scuffed Ratones. A bit of a no contest this game. A big fight ensues. Main vein goes down first. And next goes the Rakan there. Bart, Synth trying to land a double stun, but Sinister on the backline there firing all his bullets. It's a one-man army. Lil King last man standing, but that's the end of that game. Scuffed Ratones taking the victory. Ole ole. Alright guys, so that was a bit of an explosive game. Scuffed Ratones, as most predicted, got the win there. They are a really solid team to come up against. And Ministry not really having a good time in this event at the moment. But hopefully though they find their footing. They have one more game coming up soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that one as they will be facing off against Daddy's Darling. But until then guys, what do you think is the MVP in this game? Is it Danica on the top lane who zoned off main Vayne for the whole game? Or is it Synth maybe, the Bard, with all those fantastic ults, I don't know. Jar as well having a pretty good game of himself. Aspect looking strong earlier on, but sometimes finding trouble there in the mid lane. Or was it Sinister with his great positioning and damage overall in general? Always a solid a solid player in the game or on the map. Let's see here, we dropped the vote. So far Danica gets the first one. And there is a split currently. So let's see again, it's equal parts at the moment. Split between Jar, Danica and Synth. I think everyone played exceptionally well. My take is probably going to be maybe Sinister or Jar. Synth though, I mean, it's like he's done well so many times on the Bard that like, what's another nice game, you know? It kind of gets muddled out after a while. But yeah, he played an exceptionally good Bard game. A lot of great ults, a lot of Qs landed there as well. So let's see, seems like Jar does get the majority. So let's see if we will head on over to the interview room. Or maybe not. Let's see. Alright, let's next in line. Nice. Alright, so we should be getting Mr. Synth right on over here. Him and Jar got the most votes. Hello Synth, welcome to the call.
Hello.
First things
Hello.
first.
Nice to be here.
Happy birthday on stream.
Thank you. Belated.
Well, how are you? How
Thank
are you
you.
feeling?
Official. Good. I mean, we played a good game. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm feeling nice.
Was there anything, any point in the game where you felt maybe a bit stressed or like, okay guys, this might be a rough one?
No, I'm not really a rough one. I mean, when I got my second death, I was a bit sad because the KD was ruined now. The dream for the KD was bye-bye. I know Jar was gonna get it, but I mean, but I did something small. Overall, yeah, we played really solidly. I was very confident the whole game in both myself and the team. And yeah, it felt good. It's nice to be so in sync with each other.
Yes, you really felt like the more coordinated team rather than just simply being better at your roles in general. That's what sort of came out on top in my eyes. But and as well, I think like what you said, it's very interesting how the KDAs are shaping internal team dynamics when you're playing a game, right? As like speaking from experience, like this morning we're like kind of like as you get kills, you're like, oh damn, I'm first in the KDA for the pickums, you know. But then maybe it forces you to
No, definitely
play on
this pickums. It's something that maybe it's not something like a primary objective, but it's definitely something that it's in the back of my mind definitely. when I get my second death, it's like it's as if I got 10 deaths, because if you get 2 deaths, it's GG.
Yep, yeah, you could have 40 kills but divide by 2 and someone has 21 kills.
Exactly, yeah.
And they beat you. So, yep. Synth, what can I say? Any shout-outs before ending this interview?
Oh, I mean, shout out to my team, oh everyone. Shout out to Jar, shout out to Dana, Kossi, and Aspect. I mean, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun in this team, and yeah, it's feeling really nice. So hopefully we can go high and
Shout
maybe
out,
get a good spot.
shout out to Locke 07. We miss you.
We miss him a lot. Yes, Kappa Penis.
Alright. Mela. Have a nice evening and say hello to your friends for me. And yeah,
We'll do.
we'll be right back, guys, with our next game of the evening, Ministry against the These Darlings. So
Yes.
stay tuned.
Sorry, Ryan.